when we last left our heroes in this Canada player only Canada players, only fans, something like that. We lost in the Stanley Cup Finals to the Toronto Maple Leafs. That didn't sit well with me. Not gonna lie. Not very happy with that situation. So it was the Toronto Maple Leafs. They beat us in 5. Brad Marchand, Connor Bedard, and Jonathan Marchessault all with 20 points. Plus, Marchand was up there with 32 in 22 games. That makes this decision even harder because I wasn't sure if I wanted to re-sign him or not. Adam Henrique was a -8. Pardon? Marc-Andre Fleury, absolute legend, absolute stud, but like Canadian goaltending's terrible. Canadian goaltending right now is in a state of disarray. We did the draft as well. We managed to make a deal. We actually got Gavin McKenna 2nd overall. I'm going to let him just kind of bake. I'm going to let him kind of just stew. Porter Martone, we're letting develop down there as well. Gabriel Daigle, we'll let him kind of just hang out for a little bit as well. We have to make decisions. Brad Marchand, he wants 12 plus. Matt Dumba was at 4, and he wants 6. David Perron was at 4 mil at 38. He wants 2-2 or 2.25. Adam Henrique did not show up in the playoffs, and he wants a raise. David Savard we traded for and we forgot about. That's on me. Akil Thomas will probably re-sign, and Liam Foudy will both get qualified at least. Marc-Andre Fleury is degrading. He's down to an 81. He had a fantastic regular season. I don't know that we have anybody that can replace him. So we're going to advance day. We just finished the draft. We'll deal with some head coaches, and I will think about what we're going to do here. I think Marchand and Fleury. I wouldn't mind Fleury being that backup, but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure what I want to do here. Dumba, I am not going to extend. Henrique, I am not going to extend. I believe David Perron wanted around 2. We'll do the 1 year at 2 with David Perron. Brad Marchand wanted 12. He is up to 13 now. We should have pulled the trigger earlier. He had a stellar season for us last year, though. Can we get him at 12.5? David Savard, does it show us where he actually fit into our lineup, even though he didn't make it in? No. I'm going to gamble on releasing David Savard here. Akil Thomas will qualify, and Foudy will qualify as well. Goaltending. Oh yeah, we picked up Mackenzie Blackwood, which would have been, we were aiming for him to be our backup heading into this season. It's off for contract to Marc-Andre Fleury. He doesn't want that much less than what he was looking for. We'll try the 1, and then Jet Greaves will qualify. Kosa will qualify. Akil Thomas, trying to get him at 2 years. And Liam Foudy, we'll lock him up at the 1. Marc-Andre Fleury is back. Sebastian Kosa is back. Brad Marchand is rejecting the offer. Akil Thomas is... David Perron's going to reject as well. So I think Perron I'm going to let go. And Brad Marchand will offer. That's still a lot. Brad Marchand re-signed with the team as spoiled at the top. That should be it. Goalies? Yeah, we're all done. Now, we won't have a lot of money here. Got about 7 mil. The thing, too, is we can only sign Canadian players. Martin Nietzsche is not. Michael Bunting is. He's 30, though. Top 6 forward lines, but that's not a guarantee. Bedard, McLeod, Burgo, Danielson, Akil Thomas. We have depth. We also have Liam Foudy there. Marchand, Fabry, Caden Lindstrom. We got to get Caden Lindstrom more ice time. Right wingers is where we kind of slightly excel, but I think we need left wing help. I think defense we're okay with Clark Taves, Gerard, Bernard Docker, Tyson Barrie, and Chris Tanev, with Perrick sitting right there. Connor Ingram is kind of the best case scenario here. We're basically waiting for Daigle. Connor Ingram is an 85. So do we bring in Connor Ingram? He wants 3.7. He's got no other offers going on right now. Danton Heinen, 83 overall. Right now fits forward line 2. He's around that 2 million. He's 30 years old. We'll bring him in. We'll bring in Killorn as well, which hopefully doesn't bone us on Connor Ingram. Ingram just signed with Dallas. Yeah, right now I'm looking at either Devin Levi or Bennington. Basically, give up on Daigle with a 2nd and a 3rd, or our 1st. Which one do we do? Do we speed up the process on having our goaltender of the future? Or do we give up our 1st and just get it done? Keep the 1st. Just to show you, potentially, with pretty close to the same team, we finished 1st in the Pacific, finished 3rd in the Western Conference, and 5th in the entire league. Just in case that changes your mind on keeping the first. What if we did not next year's, but the year after? Gives Dag one more season. I think we have, what did we sign? Blackwood and Fleury. Blackwood has 1 season left, so we could bring up Dag next season, next off season, and potentially move Fleury sometime during this season, or use Fleury as the backup this season with Levi, and move him if he doesn't retire next off season, I think is what I'm going to do. So it'll be our first in 2028, which we're in the 2026 off season right now. So it's not this next draft, but the draft after. This year's first, and if Dag isn't it, trade him for a good pick or prospect. So what we're thinking is we're going to actually move the upcoming draft pick. We're good with this one. I need your help on this one because I am so torn. It's either going to be the 27 or the 28, but then we run with Devin Levi, and then potentially trade Blackwood, who we just picked up at the draft. But I think I want to go with Fleury over Blackwood. Give Fleury that last hurrah. 27 first round pick. We're getting support. I would be shocked if it's a lotto pick. Devin Levi is our starting goaltender of the future, or for the current, which means we do not have a spot for Mackenzie Blackwood. We don't necessarily need bodies. We could just straight up get a third. I don't necessarily need the 6th. I think I might just take Pittsburgh's. Just get that third without having to take the 6th. Tanner Jeannot. He's 29. Our scouts think nothing of him. They didn't look at him. We'll offer him a contract just in case. And he's joined the squad. Jeremy Lazon, 2 for 3. Why not? Gives us some depth. Face puncher. Matthew Olivier, how much do you want? Take the face puncher. AJ Greer, Canadian. Shadow Tugi 24. All right. I think we're okay. We got some depth. We'll sim to next season. We're going to keep that top line the same with Marchessault. Lindstrom is on that second line with Robbie Fabry, though. We might have to look for another second line guy again. Defense, I'm okay with this. I'm not going to complain loudly at this at all. Let's take one quick look at, let's go left wingers. And is there anybody we can bring in? I think I'm going to bring in Jake Neighbors, stream legend. I don't think I have to give you 2 fourths for it, though. Here we go. That's not terrible. That's what we're going to run with. Picking up Jake Neighbors just makes me happy. So here we go. Season 3. Mishkov. We can't take him. That sucks. Dag is going to be ready next season. This is Fleury's year, but Dag is going to be ready next season. Brad Marchand, 26 games played, 36 points. I am glad we re-signed him. 41 points for Connor Bedard and 33 for Jonathan Marchessault. 11 for Neighbors, 14 for Lindstrom and Seth Jarvis with 18, 13, 14, and 10 for the third line, 11, 5, and 3. Let's take a look at defense. Devin Taves, 18, 21 for Clark, 24 for Gerard, 8 for Tanev, Lazon with no points, Bernard Docker with 4, Devin Levi, 9, 17, 2, 5, 4. 11 wins in 17 games. Fleury, fairly pedestrian. 888 or an 889 with a 349. Do we risk some of our future for now? We're kind of in that window. I think I've got to pick up Hyman. I think I got to make this deal. It sacrifices our future, but we are in win now. We made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm going to accept this deal. We've got a chance of 40 wins before the trade deadline. There's 37. That's 38. 39 it says, which is the Rangers. Do we beat Philadelphia for 40? We do. We are on an absolute heater right now. I said something. Of course, I said something and we lose 2 in a row. I wouldn't mind adding Drew Doughty, though. It sucks with this mode, with adding the clauses. Somebody like Drew Doughty, you can't ask him to waive his no trade. Yeah, you can't have a conversation with him or make an offer for, like, you can't do proposed trade. It'd be nice if they expanded it so you could propose a trade to St. Louis that included Drew Doughty, right? Get them to approve the deal, but say it is contingent on. I think that would be tremendous. Kane Lindstrom's up to an 86, by the way. Zach Hyman, since being traded, 26 points in 38 games. I don't think we have to make a move. That's all right. This squad is healthy. 101 points. We have clinched a playoff spot. The Wild finished with a 116. We finished with 113, 54 wins, 23 losses, and 5 overtime losses with 117. Connor Bedard finishes with 121 points. How does that... We got an Art Ross with Connor Bedard, 121 points. And a Rocket Richard by 1 goal on David Pasternak. Georgiev had the most wins at 43. Devin Levi is 5th there. Devin Levi... Not in the conversation for most shutouts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Binnington had a higher save percentage. Goals against average. Devin Levi was in the top 9, sitting 8. A solid season for Devin Levi, though. Tied for 3rd with Vasilevsky for wins, by the way. First round, we do get the Seattle Kraken. Let's take a look at their roster really quick. Malkin, Suzuki, Arvidsson, Hagel, O'Reilly, Zuccarello, Bertuzzi, Henrique, Olofsson, Dolio, Dickinson, Fix-Wolanski. I think we have him on forward. On defense, Byram Spurgeon, Ray Shea, Lindgren. We've got him on defense. Shesterkin, Soderblom. They definitely have a better goaltender. We'll sim the first 2 at home. Those first 2 wins are for you. 4-1 and 3-2. Go to game 3. 9-2 win. We are looking for the sweep in Seattle. We'll sim this game. It's an elimination game. 2-0 for Seattle. Shots are 11 for us, 9 for them. 3-2. Tulio with his second. Bedard and Bedard. Both power play goals. Shots are even. Bedard gets the hat trick on the power play as soon as we jump into the 3rd period. Fix-Wolanski and Graves build back up that 2-goal lead. We need more than Bedard to show up. But the sweep will not happen in Seattle. We are sweepless in Seattle. Sweepless in Seattle. So bad. They win 5-3. Let's quick sim this one. We don't need to watch this one. We're at home. Can we end it by not simming it? Yes, 6-3. So we will take on the Vegas Golden Knights, who we battled all season, who we battled for the top of the division. They got through the Ducks, by the way, who do have Connor McDavid. Let's take a look at Vegas. Jesus Christ. Dylan Gunther, Jack Eichel, Jaquin, Sorelli, Crosby on the second line. Raquel, Nieskamp, Kraus, Yamamoto, Boyd, Evans. How old is Crosby here? 39. We've got him on defense. We absolutely have him on defense. Who's their goaltender? Skinner and Sogard. Their forwards are disgusting. I might give them the edge on forward. We've got them on defense and in goaltending. Vegas Golden Knights. We'll sim the first 2. We win the first one. We lose the second one. We split on the road. Game number 3 at home. We win in overtime. 2 games to 1 lead. Game 4. We split at home. No, we split on the road. We split at home, split on the road. We head back home to Calgary. 1-0. Bernard Docker. We slammed him at the end of last season, or this season. He just wasn't scoring. Guess what? He did. He just did. Shots are 10-13. 4-1. Jaquin for them. Marchand, Jeannot, Borgo for us. We win. We move on to the Western Conference Final for the 2nd year in a row. We lose. We're up 3-1, right? No. We're up 3-2. We were forced to game 7. They're getting a lot of shots in this 4th period. 3rd period. 4th period? 5-1 though. Kraus gets a late one, but we will head to the Western Conference Final 2nd year in a row, eliminating the Vegas Golden Knights in 6. And we head to the Western Conference Final against the Nashville Predators. Let's take a look at Nashville. This isn't bad. Kyle Connor, John Tavares, Hoglander, Blees, Nick Paul at an 89. Zetterland. I would say we're very close to equal here. Very close to equal here. Defense, Chatbot. We almost tried to pick up. McCabe, Minty, Harris, Sanderson on the bottom pairing. They have all their high guys on the left, mid-range on the right. I think this is a wash until we hit goalie. On paper, this is tough. This scares me. This scares me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Not comfortable. We do have home ice advantage, though. We'll sim the first 2. Well, I'm a little bit more convinced. After starting this series with a 10-2 win. What the hell? A 10-2 win. We'll sim game 3. We lose. Got a 2-1 lead. We're tied 2-2. We lose 2 in a row. We have to change the lineup. That is not good. Home team has won each of the 4 games. God, what do I do here? Hyman's down to an 86. Why are you down to an 86 when we picked you up at an 87? You've been gaining morale. Yeah, I don't want to. We've tweaked a little bit. We need that 3rd. We need that 3rd win. At home. It's an elimination game. Home team has won every game. Can we close it out on the road? Nashville takes a 2-0 lead, and it's on the stick of Kyle Connor, both goals. Tavares on the power play makes it 3-0. They've got 29 shots on us. We've got 20. We need one quickly. We need to get on the board quickly. Power play. There's Connor Bedard on the power play. We need a second one. 5-on-3 power play. 5-on-4 power play. Nothing. Boys, we need a second goal to get to 3. And it won't happen. Holmberg into the empty net. we head to a Game 7. Western Conference Finals. The winner of this will go on to take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Home team has won every game so far, and we do get home ice advantage for game number 7. I am not comfortable. Nick Paul, Frederick, or what is it? Fabian Zetterlund? We are not... we got 16 shots. They only got 7 and scored on 2. Devin Levi, what the hell? 2-1. We cut into lead. Seth Jarvis. We are down by 1 heading into the third. We need to tie it up. 10 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Our playoff lives on the line. I'm going to jump in. We're going to watch the rest of this. This is do or die. We got 2 minutes left. Made it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. I thought we improved goaltending. Got a little bit more firepower up front. But we find ourselves down 1 goal with 2 minutes left. Empty net. Devin Taves picks up the puck over to Marchessault. They can't get into the offensive zone. Hoglander shoots, scores. We will be eliminated in game number 7 of the Western Conference Finals. An all-Canadian squad. We outshot them and just couldn't close it. And he's watching the replay. What a jerk. Nashville will go on to take on Philadelphia. We lose in 5 last season to the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Stanley Cup Finals. We lose in 7 in the Western Conference Finals. We'll go through the offseason here. Let's take a look at our contracts that we have to sign. Sammy Girard is probably going to want to get paid. Not much else there. And then Devin Levi. Doesn't want that much more. He was at like 4-6. And there's Dag. Dag's going to get signed. Let's bring in, or extend Devin Levi. Let's extend Girard. He's at 5. He wants 9-3. We don't have enough money for him yet. Extension money remaining 8-7. I thought we had more than that. That's all right. We'll have to cut some people. We'll have to trade some people at the draft. But let's get to it. Sim to draft. And Nashville goes on to win. This is weird. This is actually weird. This isn't like EA Sports. The draft went normal. 1 went 1, 2 went 2, 3 went 3, all the way down to 16. Do we have anybody who is retiring? The one name that we might be looking at is Marc-Andre Fleury. Does retire, so we don't have to trade him next season, and his $2 million? But 1.5 comes off the books. What a career. Although he had a terrible last season at 42. Marc-Andre Fleury becomes a scout. We did not add any scouts, by the way. I love this, that if a player from your team becomes a scout, I don't think this was in any previous, and they can't get his name right in the top part there. That's awesome. We'll sign Marc-Andre Fleury. We'll keep him in the fold. Yeah, I don't think we bring back anybody in this list. Girard we're going to sign. Then Bernard Docker, Martin Ukmantha, Killorn will free up some money. And then goaltending. We are going to sign Dag once we make a few moves here. We have to get Landon DuPont, though. Fine trade. St. Louis Blues first. What's it going to cost? You're not going to trade with us. Awesome. Utah Hockey Club second. Let's see if they take him first. No, this is not going to work. We have to hope that Landon DuPont drops, and they want defensemen. That sucks. Okay, offer trade. We're close. Feels like we're close, at least. Could probably replace a Jeremy Lauzon in free agency. Give you the rights to Bernard Docker. Oh my gosh, come on. We're going to add Landon DuPont. It costs us our first next year, but he's a franchise defenseman. 69 overall to start, though. Jesus. Let's go with Gris Pronger. So we did move some bodies out. We added Landon DuPont. I was kind of hoping Landon DuPont would fit into the roster right away. We have the cap space for Sammy Girard now. I don't want to give the full no movement. We're going to do modified trade. We'll keep him at 4 and see if he takes that. Mantha played 3rd, 4th line. 33 points, -2. How much do you want? 2 mil? 2.5? You know what? We'll qualify you and see if you sign your qualifying. Tanner Jeannot, 18, but a positive plus minus. Lost morale. Are you in that 2 range? 157. We'll sign Tanner Jeannot because we're going to need bodies. Killorn is 37. We're going to release. Ryan McLeod played. Did he play on the big squad? We'll offer a contract. Stay under 2. 1.7. Sure. Keel Thomas. He played for the Wranglers. We'll give him 1 more season. Dumas will qualify, but we'll sign him. AJ Greer wasn't very much. I think everybody else we're going to let go to free agency. Goalies. One of the most important goalies in our franchise right now will take over that backup role left behind by Marc-Andre Fleury retiring. Hunter Jones will re-sign. So he wants that no movement completely. Do we negotiate with him? How old is he? 29, the 4-year. If you want the no movement, I need less money. Or to give you less money. And then everybody else I'm going to release, including Willie Nylander, or Alex Nylander, Canadian legend. Sammy Girard did resign, by the way. So did Anthony Mantha. So other than Borgo, we are all signed. I don't know if we signed Gavin McKenna yet. I haven't had Gavin McKenna really work. I had him in my LA Kings franchise, and it just didn't go well. I'm going to do something slightly dumb. We're going to grab one of those 65 guys. At center, we've got Bedard, Borgo, McLeod, and Thomas, which isn't bad. Caden Lindstrom, 88 overall. Brad Marchand, Zach Hyman went down to an 86 still. Jake Neighbors is going to be interesting to see how he matches up with the new coaches. And then Tanner Janot, so we're okay there. Right wingers, I think we're fine. I would love to find that 3-4 defenseman, that top 4 defenseman. That way we can run Tanev and Barry as our bottom pairing. Because Landon DuPont's not going to be ready for a little bit. Gavin McKenna's not quite there, but could be by the end of the season or by the end of the off-season. Sign free agents. I need that big-time defenseman. You guys already know. You guys already know. I gotta find $5 million in cap space. None of these make sense other than maybe Tanev. I still gotta come up with another 3 mil. He wants 7. Here's the other thing too. I could sign Gavin McKenna. Centers. I don't know if I want to trade him to Anaheim. Boston's got a 2 and a 3 for me. We're not quite there. He's going to take the other offer. He's going to take the other offer. That sucks. Oh, I'm upset. Probably for the best, because picking up Drew Doughty, as much as he is Canadian, is a bit of a meme as well. Let's be honest. This game's so dumb. Jack McBain. Bang. Screw off Jordan Stahl. Are you Canadian, though? Of course you are. Cormier? Of course you are. Maverick Lamoureux. Arbor Xhekaj? Sure. For the memes. Maverick Lamoureux. Fine trade. Vancouver. It's Ryan McLeod at 82. At 27. I might be able to replace him. Yeah, let's do this. Let's sign Maverick. He didn't sign right away, which kind of worries me. But now we need a center and affordable. And this might be where we pick up Kerfoot, who we were looking at before. It's okay, I don't need you. Don't need you. Ooh, former Calgary Hitman. Canadian? Damn it. I like this squad. I like this squad. Centers. Bedard, Kerfoot. There's your second center. So it's Marchand, Hyman, Neighbors, Janot, Jarvis, Marchessault, Mantha, Dumas. Dumas. Clark Taves, Gerard Doughty, Lamoureux, and Mahara. Devin Levi is no longer going to be on the squad. Fine trade. What do I need? I need that third line center. No movement. Where were we looking? No movement. Balls. No movement. Balls. This team is going to be bonkers. Sim to next season. This is going to be interesting. Like, this is disgusting. I'm pretty darn excited. Just for poops and giggles. Zach Hyman's gone. We got Caden Gooley instead. We get our third back. Let's do that. We'll send Josh Mahura down. That's the squad. So, heading into season number 4. Marchand, Bedard, Marchessault, Caden Lindstrom, Tej, Seth Jarvis, Neighbors, Akil Thomas, Jordan Dumas, Jack McBain, Alex Kerfoot, Tyler Janot. On defense, Devin Taves, Brant Clark, Sammy Girard, Drew Doughty, King Gould, Maverick Lamoureux, and our goalies, Dag and Jet Greaves. Dag's already up to a 90. This is insane. He hasn't played a game in the NHL yet. And I've learned how to cliffhang from the best of them. Tugi24, love that guy.